What's up everybody, it's your boy Chris. Welcome to another great video. As you can see, I've got 3 boxes that might be phone boxes. You never know. You can kind of see a little bit on the side there. I spent a lot of time in line. I'll tell you my story. But I was able to secure 3 of the new iPhones, and I wanted to show you what's in these boxes. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. Alright guys, so as you can see, I've got 3 different iPhone boxes, and the sizes are slightly different if we bring them all together. And let's actually line them up. And I was able to secure 2 of the Plus models and 1 of the standard iPhone 6 models. And the reason that I was able to secure these is because I stood in line for a very, very long time. I stood in line over 12 hours to get the phones. And I did it for a couple of reasons. Number 1 is because I didn't want to wait a long time to get the Pluses. Number 2 is that I didn't get up in the middle of the night, which is what I probably should have did and did the reservation. And number 3, we don't have an Apple store in my town, so I didn't have anywhere that I could make a reservation and then go pick it up on launch morning, which is what most everybody else that put the review out early was able to do, or a lot of people. So I had to wait in line. And it wasn't a big deal. I waited in line with my nephew and one of my good friends. Thanks to them for waiting with me, because it was a long night. Didn't rain on us, but the weather did change a little bit, and it was just it's tough, especially when there's nothing to do and you're trying to keep yourself talking for that longer period of time. I have long thought that iPhone launches should be midnight releases. That's just my opinion, but for whatever reason they don't do it, and I went back to AT&T from Verizon, and AT&T is a whole another can of worms in terms of how they do their iPhone launch. All of these phones have been opened. I will say that up front. All of these phones have been used pretty much all day, so I've got a decent idea of initial usage, and I'll be talking to you throughout the video about that. One of the things is that, or the color combinations that I've actually got here are the gold, the silver, and the space gray. So I've got a variation, and I actually really wanted the space gray going from the white iPhone, because white-faced iPhone, excuse me, because it just wasn't for me, and I liked the black face because I thought it gave a more immersive experience when you were watching any kind of content, playing games, whatever. And I'm so happy to be back to the black on top, black on bottom of the phone versus the white. It looks cool, but it's just not for me, especially in the iPhone design. My wife wanted the gold, my nephew wanted the silver with the white front, and we're gonna look at all 3 options. So I've been rambling on for like 3 minutes. Let's actually get into it. Let's start by taking the top off of the boxes. Actually, let's start by looking at the boxes, because the boxes are very unassuming this time around. Very clean. Says Apple or iPhone on the side with the Apple first, nothing on the bottom. Same on this side, Apple with iPhone, nothing here. What's weird is that it's got this kind of front mold in here for the front glass, which is odd, and I have to believe that they went this route because they thought they were going to be able to do the sapphire crystal on all these phones, and they wanted to highlight the front display of the box, of the phone in the box, so that would be the first thing you see, because that was supposed to be a huge selling feature this time around. And because of manufacturing, or whatever the case may be, I'm assuming manufacturing, they weren't able to produce enough quality to meet the quantity demands, so we didn't get the sapphire crystal. So I think they had built enough boxes at that point that they just had to say, you know, YOLO, and go ahead and put these out the way they are. But I've got to believe this was supposed to be put here to supposedly highlight the sapphire crystal, because it is on all of the boxes, the larger ones and the smaller one. And I don't know why you would build the display into the top of the box unless you're trying to highlight it, and I don't think that they were able to get the manufacturing done, and that's just my opinion, but there you go. comment in the comment section and let me know if you have a better answer about what's going on. We were able to pick up the 64 gigs. Matter of fact, we went 64 gig all the way around, which is the middle of the road now. 16, 64, and 128, I believe. And part of the reason we went that way is because 64 used to be the max, but that's a pretty good amount of storage. And I didn't want to go 16. I wasn't going to go 16. I was forced to go to 64. If 32 had been an option, I probably would have gone 32 for everybody except myself. I probably still would have gone 64. But we got 64, 64, and 64. Let me go ahead and pop the top on all of these so you can get an idea. And as I'm doing that, I've already added one add-on to all of these phones because I have not purchased any cases yet, with the exception of what my wife has, because she wanted a case straight away and she deserved it because she drops phones like nobody's business, and I was a little scared because these phones were hard to come by. At the AT&T store, there's about 3 AT&T stores in my town, and there were about 12 of the Plus models available total, and there were, I believe, 2 of the space gray. I don't know what the number of the silver were, and I don't know what the number of the gold were, and the pluses. They had tons of the 6s, but the pluses were in a huge shortage. And if you've been trying to get one and have been unsuccessful, you know that they are in a huge demand. So that's why I had to stay in line so long. If I wanted a 6, I could have pulled up this morning and I probably could have gotten whatever I wanted. However, I wanted the larger model for a few reasons, camera being one, and it does not disappoint. And I'll talk about that in my review. I have added the invisible shield version of the glass screen protector to all 3 phones, even though I only have 2 cases here, and I've only got 2 to show you the variation in the 2. This one is for the 6, and it ran $35 in store, and I just went ahead and picked that up. This one is for the 6 Plus models that myself and my nephew have, and it ran $45 in store. And I've got one on every one of the phones. And my wife wanted this Naked Tough case from Casemate, and it's a really nice case. It's a dual layer protection, but she wanted this because she's got the gold iPhone and she's wanted it since the 5S, I believe. So we went ahead and we were able to get that for her straight away. So I hope she's happy, at least for tonight.